Hi, does this keep happening to you? Well, not after watching this video, you dumb First thing we'll need is a weapon that can apply bleeding. Why? Well, the human arm has a lot of arteries. Arterial bleeding is no joke and it can even lead to death. Now, look at how many arms and therefore arterials this motherfucker has. Bleed weapons it is.
Yes, science!
The second thing we need is the Jellyfish Shaman, which can be found at the Stormfront Shack. Talk to Little Red Riding Hood and she'll give you the summon for free. The jellyfish is invulnerable to the ground attack and he can poison him as well. With that out of the way, let's try for a kill. When you first enter the arena, Godrick will just stand there, menacingly. So that is a good window to summon the jellyfish. When he is doing this animation, it means he is charging his helicopter move. Which means he will either shoot 2 balls of wind at you or jump up high in the air to do a very slow yet very devastating overhead attack. Both of these moves are very punishable. When he grips his axe with both hands, he will pound the ground, which will do AoE damage. Just disengage for this attack. While Godrick does have combos, he also leaves open large windows that are best punished from a distance, which is why I use the Reduvia special attack on him. After you dodge the overhead attack, you can go to town on him from a melee distance. It is a good idea to disengage after that. You also gotta be careful for the delayed attacks he throws at you. Just keep in mind that you use the ranged option to engage, but use the melee option if you can punish. That way, you should get through the first phase without much trouble. Your priority should be getting in as many hits as you can, so you can keep applying the bleeding effect. After getting him down to about 60 health, his second phase will start. He will first chop off his own arm, but luckily you can still hit him while he's in the process of doing just that. Keep in mind that the arm cut has a hitbox. Now a cutscene will start where he cuts off his own arm, screams, does that little spit you do when you think you're done throwing up when you're actually not, and he replaces his arm with a dragon head, which he will now use as a flamethrower. Welcome to phase 2. Phase 2 will always start with him flamethrowing a wave of fire at you. You can dodge it by being good, but it's not mandatory to win the fight. He will also gain some new attacks with his brand new flamethrower, so watch out for fire projectiles, dragon head sweeps and the old attacks that now all gain a fire component. The approach to this boss fight does not change, however. This attack is still very punishable. Even though you are constantly being threatened with a fiery death with the magnitude of 1000 burning suns, try to keep a cool head and I'm sure you will do fine in phase 2 as well. In my experience, it paid to stay far away from him when he was doing his melee attacks, while actually trying to get really close to him while he was doing his flamethrower attacks. Then, the moment I was fearing happened, my Octobussy died and I had to put the rest of the fight to bed on my own, and I was not good enough for that. Or was I? The circular flamethrower attack is one of the easiest ways to apply bleeding to this dude, so when you see him do it, try to punish him as fast as possible. Other than that, don't get greedy with your attacks and try to time your dodges. You're going to be punishing the attacks that I've shown you in this fight. If you can get some hits in, the bleeding effect will proc sooner rather than later and you might even have an easy time with this boss. It's all a matter of getting a feel when you should attack and when you should back away, but I believe in you. If you keep trying, statistics dictate that you will get it. If you are really well endowed man, you can even jump over the ground AoE attacks. And that is all there is to it. Today I learned that you can break his poise at the last possible second to flex on him right before you send homie back to the Shadow Realm. Okay, goodbye.